Hey Redfield, welcome to the chat. I'm testing in-chat settings, so if they don't pop up for a second, that's why.
So you're going to need two things. You're going to need to get Tamper Monkey, and you're going to need to get a script that I. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Frosthaven, and I am here to bring you a quick streaming tutorial. This is going to act as both an educational tutorial for people just getting into streaming and wanting things like YouTube chat alerts, um, donation alerts, subscription alerts when using OBS and YouTube together. The other part is if you've used in the past my YouTube pop-out script, I have good news. You can go ahead and uninstall that. YouTube has changed quite a lot over the past year, and in many ways for the better. The API is not quite where I want it yet to be able to do something more interesting, but this will get you where you want to be. I know a lot of you have been asking me for updates for the pop-out script, and hopefully this will help you guys out as well. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Our goal is up here above me. I've created some space in my overlay to put chat. Now, I've included all the links that we're going to be talking about today in the description below. Hopefully help you guys out here. And so we're going to go ahead and pull up the first one, which is the YouTube chat OBS styles. And I'm going to bring that over because it takes you to this. This is a nice little picture-laden tutorial to get this put into your OBS. And so we're just going to follow along with the tutorial as it's listed here in the link. And the first thing it says, we're going to add a browser source. So we're going to do that. We're going to right-click, add browser source. Name it whatever you like, all right? So we're going to call this YouTube chat. Make source visible, yep, okay. All right, so at this point, we've got a nice little default setup. Now, when you add the browser source, I know on older OBS software, it might actually be called CLR browser, but that doesn't matter. The settings are still going to be the same. They just may be in a different position than what you see here. So next up, we're going to get the URL of the current stream chat you want by popping out the chat. Okay. So for that, I'm just going to take this off screen and go to my dashboard. Move this overlay out of the way for you guys. All right, so here we are on my dashboard, and the live chat. This works from any live chat widget right now on YouTube, whether it's gaming YouTube, regular YouTube, or even on your own dashboard like I am. You've got these three little dots in the top right. You go ahead and click on that and select pop out. All right, so let's get that out of the way and go back to our tutorial. All right, so the next thing we want to do is copy the URL from the pop-up. So I'm going to do that now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to set up the in-game chat. Hold on for a second.
Copy. Now that we have this copied, we'll add it to the browser source window. Right there. The next up, you got the width and the height. This can be any dimensions you want. I wrote this style sheet to work at literally pixel perfect any dimensions. So if you have a specific overlay like I do, where I know exactly the width and height I want, go ahead and type that in. I know I want 320 width and 400 height. Again, this works with any width and height. Okay, so the next part of the puzzle is the actual CSS. In the tutorial, there's a link to it. And if you scroll up, you can also just click on Streamable Chat CSS. So we're going to just follow the tutorial, and we're going to open up the CSS file. And it's just a text file. I recommend saving it somewhere on your computer so that you can edit it if you're into that, or you can use it as it is. That's not a problem either. So I'm going to select it all. I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to go back to OBS, and where it says CSS, I'm going to replace everything in the CSS box. And I'm going to paste. And you'll notice it's the entire contents of the window we just opened. So I'll hit OK. And there we are. There's my pop-out chat. And I'll go ahead and put it up on my overlay about where I want it. And we'll go over customizing it too, now that we've got this thing up here. Just a quick test here. Did it work? There we go. I do have a little bit of an internet issue right now, so it did come up a little bit slow. But we can close out of the window. We don't actually need it unless we want it up for our own purposes. The YouTube chat through browser plugin method like this does not require you to manually scan any windows in. One less thing to worry about. So I said you could save it to your hard drive and edit it to your heart's content, right? So let's go ahead and copy this. We create a new file, and I'm just going to call it style.css. And I'm gonna open it with Visual Studio Code, which is a free program. I like Visual Studio Code because it syntax highlights. So you'll notice when I paste, everything's color coded, easier to read. You are more than welcome to use Notepad, whatever you want to do. And right at the top of the style, there is a link going back to the Bitbucket repository where you can make sure you have the latest version of things break down the line. So we got one main field here that's going to be the important one called user config. Now the user config, I put everything in here as easy to understand as I possibly could. So let's go through it. We can use Google Fonts, and to do that you use an import command. Use any import command for fonts at http://fontsgoogle.com. So let's go ahead and open up fonts.google.com. I love this website, by the way. As a front-end developer, absolutely love this website.